Thankful after Katrina. Tonight on News Channel 5 at 10.
Good evening, I'm Bob Schieffer. It's not an official holiday, but maybe it should be, because for millions, the day before Thanksgiving has become Getaway Day. And so far, the getaway is going well. We'll start there tonight, then we'll cover these stories.
I'm Kimberly Dozier with a look at the war on video and the legend of the Baghdad sniper.
It's a story of greed, power, and money, and it's shaking up Washington. I'm Gloria Borger.
How sweet it isn't. I'm Kelly Kobiella with the way Hurricane Katrina is affecting sugar prices.
I'm Cynthia Bowers in Kalamazoo, where mysterious benefactors are making an extraordinary promise.
This is the CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer.
This is, of course, the beginning of the heaviest travel weekend of the year, and for the most part, it has been going fairly well across the country. But in Chicago late today, there has been a serious crash involving a commuter train and at least 10 vehicles. At least one of the vehicles burst into flame. There is no word yet on casualties. We're seeing here some of the first pictures that are coming in by helicopter. Details are very scarce at this point, but clearly there was a fire here, and as we say, at least 10 vehicles, perhaps as many as 17 burst into flame. We'll keep you informed as more details become available on this story. In other parts of the country, traffic has not been as bad as some had predicted. The airports are busy, but the delays are not nearly as bad as they could be. The snow and rain that fell across the Midwest today will move across the Northeast tomorrow, but it looks like generally good weather for the holiday. Sharon Alfonsi now has our roundup report.
The relative calm of this record-breaking travel day didn't start that way. On I-95 outside Washington, D.C., a tanker truck exploded, turning one of the busiest roads on the busiest travel days into a parking lot.
Just avoid this area and get as far west or east of here as you possibly can.
There was no way to avoid lines at airports across the country. From New York to Chicago, weary travelers wheeled their way through packed terminals and waited. It was no holiday, but it wasn't hellish either.
I figured it'd be a whole lot worse.
Most flights left on time, but were packed. Travel experts say 22 million people are flying this year, more than ever, but fewer flights are being added. Experts say it's a recipe for a nervous breakdown.
Oh, I think your flight there and back are going to both be Prozac moments.
To the crazed,
Going to Miami?
that sounded like a challenge. We booked a 10 a.m. flight from New York to Miami to see how bad it really was.
Is the flight leaving on time?
It's leaving at 11:20.
And by the time we made it through security, our 10 a.m. departure was pushed back to noon. While most travelers took off on time, we were stuck at the gate with the Gassner family.
My husband and I started at 5:30, had the kids up at 6, left the house at 6:45 to get here for what we thought was a 9:30 flight.
Fallen soldiers were everywhere. But 2-year-old Toby Gassner was taking the terminal by storm.
And we're just trying to keep him from melting down, keep them both fed, keep the diapers changed. I'm hoping I don't run out of diapers before we get to Miami.
And we were running out of time to get to Miami. The crew was apparently delayed by bad weather, so when the plane finally boarded,
I really do appreciate your patience.
Passengers were short on patience, the Gassners were short on diapers, and their day had been stolen by delay after delay. Begging the question, why would anyone travel today? We found the answer in arrivals.
And we didn't end up getting on that flight to Miami. By the time it took off, it was too late and we had a deadline to meet. But we weren't the only ones held up. About 75% of travelers in the Northeast faced some kind of delay at the airport. Fortunately for them, most of those delays were under an hour. Bob?
Okay, Sharon, and we have some late word on that crash up in Chicago we were talking about. That train had about 200 people on it. It turns out that the train did not derail. It continued on its way. So apparently there may not be injuries to those at least on the train. We'll have more details on that as we go along here. Thank you very much, Sharon. In Iraq today, an American soldier was shot and killed in the center of Baghdad, and on the outskirts of the capital, gunmen in Iraqi army uniforms invaded the home of a Sunni leader, killing him and 4 members of his family. Iraq officials say the attackers were insurgents posing as soldiers. Along with the war of bullets and bombs, both sides are now fighting a war of pictures and propaganda. Here's Kimberly Dozier in Baghdad now with more on that and a word of warning. Some of these pictures may be disturbing.
These images are not easy to watch. The soldiers have no idea there's a camera trained on them and a gun. The video is called Baghdad Sniper, one of several recent releases on insurgent websites. Another, from Al-Qaeda of Iraq, is an hour-long glorifying 4 suicide bombers, their farewells to their families, their emotions before the attack, and their end. It's the insurgents' PR counterattack to the U.S. military's internationally broadcast press conferences and Pentagon video releases like this, destroying insurgent targets. U.S. officials here say the videos are also recruiting tools, but are products of wishful thinking, exaggerating insurgent achievements and abilities. A gunman did kill 2 Americans in the capital in March. Another shooter badly wounded a handful of soldiers here in August, but U.S. forces believe he's been captured or killed.
A top U.S. commander told CBS News the video appears to have been collected over a long period of time, say a couple of years. The conventional military opinion is that there is one hired gun, a professional sniper from somewhere like Chechnya, who moves throughout the country on what the military calls business trips. But he hasn't been in Baghdad for some time.
The most accurate picture of the problem may be found in the Baghdad neighborhood of Ghazaliya, where someone is taking pot shots at Americans, but he's not very good. When we patrolled with troops there, the soldiers stayed alert, but the commanders were perfectly comfortable strolling for half an hour. The Americans say it's the militants who should be looking over their shoulders. Just this week in Ramadi, a U.S. sniper team took out 8 suspected insurgents in just 5 hours. The troops take comfort in that, and in this bit of insurgent video. The soldier gets hit, gets up, and fights back. That's how the gunman and the tape ended up in American hands. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, Baghdad.
12 anti-war protesters were arrested near President Bush's Texas ranch today for violating a new local ban on roadside camping. When the demonstrators refused to leave, sheriff's deputies moved in. Among those arrested, Daniel Ellsberg, the former Defense Department official who leaked the Pentagon Papers during the Vietnam War. In China, what is described as a major pollution incident forced the shutdown today of a drinking water system that serves nearly 4 million people. A chemical plant explosion spewed toxic benzene into a river that supplies water to the city of Harbin in China's northeast. Residents rushed to stock up on bottled water as the pollution flowed toward the city. With its booming economy, pollution has become a growing problem in China, and we have a report tonight from Barry Peterson.
Shuitou calls itself the leather capital of the world, with dozens of small factories processing pigskins. But this place also shows the high price China is paying for its economic success. It is one of the most polluted cities in China. Chemicals used in tanning and curing leather run down the gutters and seep into the groundwater. It's a story embarrassed Chinese officials do not want shown to the world. These pictures were shot on home video. As we visited a small village outside town, police rushed to the area and told us, in no uncertain terms, to stop filming. But our hidden camera captured the scene, as one official warned us.
I think you should consider this. If you sleep here, then the result will not be very good.
But the villagers wanted us to know what was wrong. Some argued with police long enough for others to sneak us to the village well.
So I want to know what's wrong with the water.
The water down to 50 yards deep is contaminated by the nearby factories, says the village chief.
What kind of sickness does the village get from drinking this water?
They get cancer, he says, and little children get fevers. There are many chemicals in the water. Those are allegations the Chinese did not want heard. The rules in China say we must apply for official permission before traveling to a place like this. For this trip, we did not. So we were told, go home and ask to come back the official way.
If you get approval, then you can do interview or film the topic you mentioned.
It should come as no surprise that when we offered to do it their way, when we asked permission and said we'd like to interview local officials about the town's fight against pollution, we got back a rather blunt answer: no. China knows it has problems. A report by its own government says half of China's top 500 cities have air pollution that doesn't even meet Chinese standards. That doesn't surprise Elizabeth Economy, whose book, The River Runs Black, details such facts as 190 million Chinese drink contaminated water that makes them sick, and that air pollution is so bad in some cities that just by breathing, children suffer the same ill effects as smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. What is going to be the impact on China if it doesn't get this pollution problem under control?
Well, we've already begun to see that the environment is biting back into economic development in China. Essentially, for the past 20-25 years, China has polluted its way to prosperity.
A prosperity that even the local government knows is at risk. The sign says either Shuitou kills pollution or pollution will kill Shuitou. Pollution that people believe is not just hurting them, but putting at risk those most vulnerable, their children. Barry Peterson, CBS News, Shuitou, China.
And coming up, the lobbyist and his friends. Mike Scanlon's guilty plea sends shudders through Capitol Hill. Where the ongoing investigation could lead is tonight's Inside Story. But first, CBS News honors fallen heroes Andrew Wallace, a wrestling coach and phys ed teacher. He had a natural gift for working with special needs children. When he went off to war, his students put their footprints on a banner with the words, "Wherever you go, we will follow." Married just over a year, Wallace was killed by a roadside bomb. He was posthumously named Wisconsin Honorary Teacher of the Year.
With so much more to see, shouldn't you be watching it on the Aquas Liquid Crystal Television? From Sharp.
We asked Lindsay Allen how new Ambien CR helped her with her sleeping trouble. Well, there you are. New Ambien CR has a controlled release formula in a 2-layer tablet. The first layer dissolves quickly to help you get to sleep fast, while the second layer dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. So you can wake up and get ready for your day. New Ambien CR is non-narcotic. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. All sleep medicines carry some risk of dependency. Do not use sleep medicines for extended periods without first talking to your doctor. Memory problems are not very common and can usually be avoided by devoting 7 to 8 hours to sleep. Ask your doctor about the new Ambien. New Ambien CR. Tomorrow will thank you.
The Ace Hardware one-day sale is Friday, November 25th. Get a portable DVD player for $99.99 or Stanley hand tools for $199 each after rebate. Don't miss the Ace one-day sale November 25th, only at Ace, the helpful place.
OnStar Emergency, this is Edwina. Okay, I'm going to get a hold of emergency services.
Sheriff's Office.
Hi, this is Edwina calling from OnStar. I have a couple on I-70 and their husband is having a seizure.
Ma'am, what happened?
He put his foot on the gas and straightened his leg out. He was going like 85 miles an hour.
All right, I'm sending the squad right now.
Okay, the squad's pulling up right now. Edwina, thank you very much. You're more than welcome, ma'am.
Choose a vehicle that could help save your life. Choose a vehicle with OnStar.
Ordinary toothbrushes can't stand up to it. New Oral-B Triumph. Triumph is the first brush with an onboard computer to help you brush better, and a floss action brush head to power clean deep between teeth. That means dramatically cleaner teeth and healthier gums. Get a smile you can feel triumphant about. New Oral-B Triumph. Brush like a dentist.
Congress is in recess for the holiday, but when members return to Washington, they may find a lobbying scandal just keeps growing while they were away, and it could all come to a head soon after a man who has worked with both a powerful congressman and a top lobbyist agreed this week to cooperate with federal investigators. Gloria Borger now with tonight's Inside Story.
When this slick 35-year-old lobbyist pleaded guilty to bilking clients for millions, it looked like just another white-collar crime. Only this scandal could shake some of Washington's biggest names.
The problem is it's like the Titanic. You know, you see the iceberg coming, but you don't see how big it is under the water.
That's because Mike Scanlon is well connected. A former top aide to Tom DeLay, he was also the partner of mega lobbyist Jack Abramoff. And now he's talking to the Justice Department about their get-rich-quick scheme that netted $82 million from casino Indian tribes, an unseemly pot of gold.
It's pretty clear that this is one of the most disgusting tales of greed and avarice, of perhaps fraud, stealing.
It was simple. He offered bribes to public officials in exchange for their support. Republican Congressman Robert Ney and his staff are the first to be implicated. Scanlon says they went on all expenses-paid junkets, including a golf trip to Scotland and to the Super Bowl. There were also tickets for concerts, more sporting events, and free meals at Abramoff's plush Washington restaurant, and campaign contributions. Congressman Ney says he was defrauded, but Scanlon's cooperation could have a domino effect, leading to other congressmen as the Justice Department follows the money.
These things usually are bigger by a magnitude than you think in the beginning because there are people involved who you don't know about.
One of those people could be DeLay, the former House Majority Leader who once called Abramoff one of his closest friends. DeLay has not been questioned, but many expect he will, given that he's taken his own golf trip to Scotland paid for by the lobbyists. It's the same old Washington story of power and money.
There's just no way to keep money out of politics, and it just takes scandal every couple of decades for people to remember what can and can't be done.
The Justice Department has devoted a lot of resources to this case, and with Scanlon talking, there may be reason for other Washington power brokers to be nervous, Bob.
Okay, thanks, Gloria. Still ahead, a bittersweet surprise. The cost of holiday confections could be going up. That story is next.
We're here showing folks how a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch changes spinach dip into ranch spinach dip.
I like it. Really, it's different.
And changes salsa into ranch salsa.
It's jazzy, pizzazzy.
Hidden Valley Ranch. This changes everything.
Lunesta. People everywhere are discovering it. What are you waiting for? Talk to your doctor to see if Lunesta could make a difference for you.
Dad was having trouble remembering my son's name and doing everyday things.
These problems may not be normal aging. They could be early signs of Alzheimer's disease. Talk to your doctor. Early treatment is important. Call now to get an information pamphlet free from the makers of Aricept. It suggests signs to look for and how to talk to your doctor. If it is mild to moderate Alzheimer's, Aricept can help. Aricept is one treatment option you and your doctor can consider. It is well tolerated, but not for everyone. People at risk for stomach ulcers or who take certain other medicines should tell their doctors, because serious stomach problems such as bleeding may get worse. Some people may experience fainting. Common side effects are nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, not sleeping well, muscle cramps, feeling tired, or not feeling hungry. In studies, these were usually mild and temporary.
Aricept is helping him do better.
Call 1-877-MEMORY-6. If it's Alzheimer's, Aricept can help.
If you're going to get up this early, it's got to be big. Get to Big Lots at 7 a.m. Thursday and save big on these Thursday-only closeout deals. While supplies last, Get the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc Launcher, men's Fruit of the Loom t-shirts, Biddeford electric blankets, this oversized rocker recliner, and a set of 3 spiral trees, just $19.99. These big deals are Thanksgiving Day only, starting at 7 a.m. Remember, to save big this holiday season, it's gotta be Big Lots.
If you're like me, you take a bunch of pictures of all the holiday festivities.
Where's my girl?
But what do you do with all those digital photos? Some picture-perfect options to capture your memories tonight on News Channel 5 at 6.
Katrina forced them to leave everything they knew.
I think my biggest fear is not making it here.
Where finding the good has never been harder or more important.
The only thing I can do is just keep going.
Thankful after Katrina, tonight on News Channel 5 at 10.
The hurricanes took a heavy toll on the Gulf Coast. Now we're finding they may be responsible for something else, because Katrina and Rita took a heavy toll on Louisiana's sugar cane, and that may lead to higher sugar prices. Here's Kelly Kobayea.
This is what you'd expect to see in Louisiana. Sugar, miles of it being harvested, and mountains piled in the mills.
Sugar everywhere and not a grain to get.
Small business owners like John Foles, who count on sugar to survive, say they're facing a crisis.
We can see the stacks of the sugar houses that's grinding and processing cane and turning it into sugar, but yet we're having a supply problem.
His manufacturing plant is surrounded by sugar cane, and he buys sugar by the ton to make his special sauce for restaurants around the country. In just one day, his costs jumped more than 60%.
This was 31 cents yesterday. It was 41 cents this morning, and it's, I think, just rounding at 50 cents now.
Some of the blame goes to crop damage during Hurricanes Katrina and Rita. This is what Rita's saltwater storm surge did to about 50,000 acres of healthy cane, enough to drive some farmers out of business. But the bigger problem is here at the nation's largest sugarcane refinery. It's in the heart of St. Bernard Parish, and just like everything else here, it flooded. And 23 million pounds of raw sugar was destroyed. With the refinery crippled, unprocessed sugar is stacking up. The shortage has yet to hit supermarket shelves, and industry experts say there's no reason to sound the alarm yet.
Our production is way down. Fuel prices, harvesting costs are way up, and the price of sugar has remained relatively constant.
But Chef John False says while those Thanksgiving Day candied yams may not cost more, Christmas cookies could be a different story. So you think this will start showing up in the grocery aisle?
I think there's no doubt about it. Just like oil and gas, it's supply and demand.
And how high those prices go may depend on how quickly this victim of Katrina can fully recover. Kelly Kobayea, CBS News, New Orleans.
And if your Thanksgiving menu includes stove-top stuffing, you may want to take a moment to remember the woman who invented it. Ruth Seams has died at age 74. Seams was the one who figured out that the breadcrumbs should be the size of a pencil eraser, otherwise the stuffing would be too soggy or too crunchy. Still to come, the gift of a lifetime. That is what the students in one city's public schools are being offered, all 10,000 of them.
We have a great team at CBS News. They're the ones who can tell us what we need to know because they've been there.
The CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer.
Gee, I had a really good time tonight.
How would you call tonight's date, Clyde?
Well, Keith, looks like Mr. Graybeard is about to strike out.
Ooh, bruise and refuse.
Get that man our Just for Men brushing gel. It penetrates tough gray and puts it away.
5 easy minutes, hair looks natural.
It's a whole new ball game.
Here's the windup.
Ooh, the shot got played. Home run. Another win with Just for Men, the Rejuvenator.
The Ace Hardware one-day sale is Friday, November 25th. Get a portable DVD player for $99.99 or Stanley hand tools for $199 each after rebate. Don't miss the Ace one-day sale November 25th, only at Ace, the helpful place.
So I go into the store with my aching shoulder, and I'm reading the Thermacare box. It's heat wraps, powerful pain relief. Yeah, sure. Then I try one out. It heats up. The heat sinks in. Man, that box wasn't kidding. The pain is melting away. It's like having a heating pad without a cord. I can go wherever, I can do whatever. This is working. I can do this. I can even do this. I still can't do this.
With so much more to see, shouldn't you be watching it on the Aquas Liquid Crystal television? From Sharp.
Why wait? Why wait?
Osteoporosis. Easy to ignore, but it could be there, even if you don't look, feel, or act your age. Fortunately, you can do something about it. Bone loss can be reversed. Fosamax is a hormone-free tablet for postmenopausal women at risk for or with osteoporosis. In 10 years of clinical research, Fosamax has been proven to help reverse bone loss. And Fosamax helps prevent fractures of both the hip and spine. You should not use Fosamax if you have certain disorders of the esophagus, are not able to stand or sit upright for 30 minutes, have severe kidney disease, or low blood calcium. Before use, talk to your doctor if you have stomach or digestive problems. Stop taking Fosamax and call your doctor right away if you develop new or worsening heartburn, difficult or painful swallowing, or chest pain, because these may be signs of serious upper digestive problems. Talk to your doctor about Fosamax. Widely available on Medicare plans. Bone loss can be reversed.
It's a story you just couldn't make up. A volunteer firefighter learns about fire prevention the hard way. It's a story coming up on News Channel 5 at 6.
And finally tonight, as Thanksgiving Eve stories go, we've got a good one. It's about a gift that is going to improve the lives of thousands of young people. Cynthia Bowers has it.
This might look like any high school hallway in the country, except for one thing. These kids just found out they don't have to pay for college.
Before this, I wasn't even planning on going to college. Now this has given me, a new direction that I can go into my life.
Whose job is that? It's difficult enough to imagine someone paying the college tuition for a student they never met. Now try to imagine paying the tuition for 10,000 of them. That's exactly what an anonymous group of donors has promised to do for every public school student in Kalamazoo.
This is the great gift of hope. This is the great gift of encouragement, and there's no turning back.
The program is called the Kalamazoo Promise. Its purpose is to restore hope and commitment in a community that's lost 30,000 manufacturing jobs over the last 5 years, and where 50% of the students live below the poverty level.
When you grow up poor and you're worried about the next meal and your parents are getting laid off from their jobs, it's hard to think about the future in college. But now somebody has said, we believe in you.
There's certainly nothing fuzzy about Kalamazoo's new math. Simply stated, the more time you put in, the more you get out. Enroll as a 9th grader, 65% of your college tuition is guaranteed. For 5th graders, that number jumps to 85%. And for this year's kindergarten class, well, they won't have to pay a dime. Do you know what you want to do when you grow up?
Yep.
What?
Go to college and get a job and get lots and lots of money.
Like a lot of 5-year-olds, Aaron Fox's career plans are a little vague, but his 15-year-old brother Antoine plans to be an engineer. Antonisha, a senior, wants to be a doctor. For their parents, college was always a priority, but paying for it was going to be a problem.
Would you like to know who's behind the money?
It doesn't matter. We know that God touched the heart of men.
Put your ruler on the vanishing point.
A gift that will make a difference for generations to come. Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Kalamazoo, Michigan.
And that's the news. I'm Bob Schieffer, CBS News in New York. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving, and good night.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart, working together with local suppliers to bring your community local goods, job opportunities, and low prices.
We have a great team at CBS News. They're the ones who can tell us what we need to know because they've been there.
The CBS Evening News with Bob Schieffer. This is CBS.
Straight ahead on News Channel 5 at 6, they have hit the air and the road for one of the busiest traveling days of the season. We'll tell you how the Thanksgiving rush is going in a live report.
And the turkey dinner goes up in flames along with the house. A Middle Tennessee firefighter learns cooking safety the hard way.
And Red, our share of snow has been moving to our north, but it doesn't look like the cold air is going to miss us this holiday. Your news begins now.
From your news and information leader, winner of the Emmy for News Excellence, this is News Channel 5 at 6.
Good evening. Before the Thanksgiving feast comes the holiday traffic.
The roads are congested, the airport is busy, the grocery store, well, it's packed. And in addition to being thankful, Tennesseans are learning how to be patient. News Channel 5's Lyra Manning is live at Nashville International Airport. Now, Lyra, give us a snapshot about how things look there tonight.
Well, Chris, things really aren't that bad out here tonight. The busiest part of the day seems to have passed. Things are moving along pretty smoothly now. A few delays along the East Coast and in the Midwest, but besides that, like I mentioned before, not a lot of problems. By the end of the day, this airport will have seen about 17,000 people pass through.